Ray Rice.
Dang.
You saw the video?
I did, man. That's tough, man. That's tough. You should never put your hands on a woman. And I don't know what they see. Like I tell you, I'm always into learning the situation before I make any kind of judgments on it. But just watching that video, yeah, I knew they had to do something more than 2 games. You know what I'm saying?
2 games.
Because that was going to cause an uproar.
The thing that's up in the air right now, and probably by the time this airs, it's going to be worked out, but they're saying that the NFL saw that tape and still said, based on that tape, they suspended him for 2 games.
Right.
Which was like, wow, really? That's 2 games right there?
Yeah.
What's 4 games? Like, you got to chop someone's head off? Drive around in the truck with it? Like,
yeah, that blows me. But that's another thing that we was talking about with the media. You know what I'm saying? I think when they saw it, maybe initially, they might have thought that if everybody didn't see it or whatever the case might have been, that they might have been able to just sweep it under the rug. It happened. He apologized for it.
He went to counseling. And then actually...
Didn't they get married?
They got married like a month or 2 later.
I'm still up in the air about that on, like, personal stuff like that having such an effect on someone's professional career. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to downplay that situation. That's a terrible, terrible situation. I don't feel like no man should ever put his hands on a woman.
Well, closed fist like that, and you're not talking about just a regular run-of-the-mill guy. You're talking about a professional football player.
Right, yeah. He's just strong for no reason.
Yeah, that's probably, would you say that football probably has the strongest overall, like?
Yeah, I haven't met a sane football player yet. Not one. I got plenty of homies in the league, and they all toe up. They all just crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So he's been suspended. He's been cut from the team, and the NFL suspended him indefinitely.
I saw that today when I landed.
How do you think this compares to the Michael Vick situation, who ultimately was able to come back?
They both separate in their own right, being as though you're dealing with a woman and, you're dealing with animals. I love animals, by the way.
I love animals, too.
That's why I was late today. My dog I don't know what she got, but something ain't right with her, little. She can't keep her butt closed. It's just, it's all bad. What kind of dog? Right. Little miniature schnauzer.
Oh, is it the blue one?
Yeah.
Whose idea was it to paint a dog blue? That was you.
Mine. All me. You're going to learn more and more about me that I do my own thing. You know what I'm saying? I got my own world. That's why I call it Booby's world. I just try to stay in my own way. But they 2 different situations. But oh my God, I'm trying to compare them, but just from seeing the visual of that tape today, kind of like it makes it real. As opposed to the Mike Vick situation, you kind of saw it, but you didn't really see it.
Like you didn't see him there at the dog fights, killing dogs.
So you don't really know how hands-on he was.
It seemed like he was financing it.
Yeah.
But you don't know.
Yeah, like the
ultimately what happened, because he was able to come back ultimately. And, he did his time. He came back. He's still playing for the. Yeah. Isn't he back with the?
Yeah, he's with the Jets now.
He's with the Jets now.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So.
Now, do you think that Ray Rice could re-enter the league after that tape came out?
I can't make a judgment on it and say that. I feel like he can, because I feel like I just don't feel like a man should be judged by one mistake alone. You know what I'm saying? Like if we was all judged by one moment in our life where we made a mistake.
I'm sure there's alcohol involved,
we'll all be looked at as terrible people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that situation, it escalated. It looked like it escalated kind of fast. It was just because I seen him arguing, walking down the little hallway before they got on the elevator, and then, I don't even know how to comment on it, because I got sisters and a mom and a grandmother, and I know how I would feel if somebody put their hands on her, but I don't know that situation. So,
have you experienced domestic violence You know, in terms of your family and, you know, your surroundings?
I mean, I've been around it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it happen before.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about it.
Nah.
You know what I mean? It's not, it's kind of frowned upon
It should never be.
by everybody.
Yeah. I mean, if you a man, you should never feel like, I even had an altercation back in the day with somebody who I knew that if I put my hands on him, it would have been just all bad. So I even refrained from putting my hands on him. And this was a male.
Yeah.
So a female, in most cases, they do know how to push our buttons and get us to that level where we want to just, but that should never happen. You should, you know what I mean? You should be able to say, like, but like you said, they was in, I think they had just left the club. Who knows, like, what was going on that night with those two. And sometimes once that liquor get in your system, it ain't no stop signs. You all go.
All go.
Yeah, that was, I feel bad for him though. Not bad for him, I feel bad for the woman, but I just feel bad for the situation because it looked like whatever issue they had with one another, that they had resolved it.
They got married afterwards.
Exactly. So for it to,
and they have a child together.
It seems like somebody kind of leaked that tape, like, you know what I'm saying, to the extra footage, because I hadn't seen that.
Well, I'm sure there was some money involved.
You know what I mean? That's the part of it that you wish could have maybe been kept secret, because who knows if it really
or they could have sold the tape to him. I'm sure he would have probably paid a lot more than than what TMZ paid for. You know what I'm saying? Because he had a
life in his career.
What, a $35 million?
I think just
7 year, $35 million.
Just recently, right?
A couple of years ago, yeah. He's just starting a new.
And in the football, they don't even get, like, in the league, we get guaranteed contracts. If you sign for $90 million, you're gonna get every dollar.
So even if you go and do something crazy, you'll still get your $90 million?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And that's what they was trying to fix with the last collective bargaining. They felt like guys were getting their money and then getting out of shape and not doing what they were supposed to do. And so they felt like a lot of guys had bad contracts. So they tried to fix it, but if it's guaranteed money, ain't no way you're gonna fix it. You just gotta hope that you invest your money in the right type of character of a person. You know what I mean? That they about money.
So that's interesting. Okay, so that's the difference between the NBA and the NFL.
Yeah.
You signed a contract in the NBA, and you could go and kill your whole family, and you still get your money. Like,
there's stipulations in there.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's certain stuff. Like, I know. Remember the Jason Williams incident? Like, motorcycles is banned. Like, you can't ride a motorcycle or your contract is null and void. Stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, for the most part, unless something probably tragic happens, you good.
I mean, because when you're not just there to play a sport, you're actually representing this franchise.
And that's what
and then you're also representing the league as a whole.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like personally, you know, I feel like, yeah, you have to have a code of conduct.
Yeah.
When you are, you know, I mean, like there's a term I like called act your wage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like when you're making a certain amount of money, you have to know how to act when you're at that financial level.
I ain't went through the whole rule book in its entirety, but yeah, once you at a certain level and you have people looking at you in a certain light, you definitely have to carry yourself a certain way.